Greetings, Mama, and welcome to the Rise Up Mama podcast. My name's Vanessa, and I help busy women like you, especially mums, to improve and maintain your health and wellness through positive mindset development, nutrition, and fitness coaching. If you're tuning in, I'm on a challenge set by my online marketing coach. I have to produce an audio recording every day for 1 year. So I'm so glad that you're on this journey with me. It's only day 5 and I found myself distracted this evening and procrastination was starting to set in. Then I remembered that I've set out an intention. I'm going to have a magnificent March, so thanks for being here. And it's actually quite interesting that my procrastination is linked to today's topic, because I'm talking today about how to compress time. Now, what you'll find out later is I chose to do something that I knew was going to have an impact on when I was going to be able to do this recording. I'll tell you more shortly. Just as we're starting here, Mama, let's be honest, we all have the same amount of time every day. It's 1,440 minutes to be precise, okay? What we need to think about is how we are choosing every minute of the day. Because you've heard it before, time is the most valuable resource that you've got. Okay, so once you've spent that minute, you're never going to get it back. Once you've spent that day, you're never going to get it back. That's why we should enjoy the present moment, because it is a gift. Okay, living in the now is great, but we are aware that time is a man-made construct. Okay, and this is how we progress, and we actually measure what we describe as time. Now, I've never felt better than I have done for a while in 2021. So if you've been following the podcast, you'll know that February was a really tough month for me, and I started this podcast at the end of February, and over the last 4 days I felt much better. So in terms of my in terms of my productivity, I've realised that this marketing challenge is helping me to stay focused. And it's funny actually, because I'm only doing the podcast, at the end of the day, but at the beginning of the day, I'm already thinking, what is the topic that I want to share? What do I want to talk about? And then I do research on that topic throughout the day. So I'm really glad that I'm doing this. So again, thank you for being here. Now, how am I using my 144 minutes, Mama? Well, before I go into my description of how to compress time, what about you? Have you got a particular structure for your day? Do you spend time to think about what's working, what's not working? Do you make adjustments accordingly? Or are you somebody who's spontaneous and just goes with the flow, whatever comes your way during the day? Is that how you organise your day? Well, for myself, I've been listening to some tips that have been shared by successful people about how they've managed their time. And so let's not use the word manage time, actually, because you can't manage time. Like I said, it's a man-made social construct. But if we're thinking about the framework of the 144 minutes within the day, then because I'm focusing on creating more success in my life, for example, growing my audience here on this channel, I'm really interested in the tips that I can pick up from people that are more successful than I am. So what I've discovered is there is something called working on your most important task first. So I did actually find out about this a few years ago from Brian Tracy in his book Eat That Frog. So it's described here as working on your most important task, which is the MIT. Now, you must work from your calendar, not a to-do list. And this is because apparently 41% of items on a to-do list are never done. So it's better to pick a day and a time and a duration and work on that task. So the example that I've got is tomorrow I'm going to be on a call talking about some artwork for an event that I'm working on, and that event is really important to me, and it's actually something that I'm really conscious that needs to be done this year. So in a sense, rather than just writing down design a logo, we just went and set up that appointment. So this one's interesting. Be your future self. Now you have to think about all the ways you can stop your negative self from stopping you from taking action. So this is about procrastination, and obviously, even myself tonight, I felt procrastination setting in, and that's because I chose to go on a call for a group that I've not really been involved in for about a week or so, but I was really active within the group. So I thought I'm going to check in, but I knew that being on the call was going to set me back from doing this task. I'm doing the recording now. It's quite late, so you probably hear my voice. My voice is quite strained because I am actually feeling the pressure of the day. So this is interesting. You're going to find out why I've mentioned this shortly. I mean, basically, Mama, there's always more to do. So you have to be intentional about how you spend your time. As I'm recording this, I'm looking in my kitchen. The evening pots haven't been done, but I want to wake up with a good day. I don't want to come down to a messy house. So it's like, how have I spent my time today? I've focused on tasks that are aligned with my goals. Okay. Now, here's another tip. Carrying a little notebook. Writing notes to yourself throughout the day. Now, I haven't been writing notes in a notebook, and I do use the audio function on my phone. I like to go for walks, and sometimes when I get an idea or I get a thought, and on a recording, sometimes it's only like 20 seconds. I'll just quickly capture that on the phone. So I actually like listening back to my little audio notes. There's been some good ideas captured on there. Here's one for you. Control your inbox. So this is really important. Shut off the notifications on your phone. So the inbox nowadays isn't just email, is it, Mama? It's all of the different platforms where we've subscribed, we're in different groups, we're getting notifications. But that's other people trying to get our attention. You do need to make sure that you are tuning into these groups or checking your email at times that suit you. Another tip about email is to declutter your subscription list. This is something that I have started to do. I think I started to do it in February when I was starting to feel weighed down and overwhelmed. And, it's just all distraction. It's somebody telling you about their offer, what they've got going on, their promotion. And in a sense, I know that I've done the same with this recording in my podcast series, but the advice that I'd give to you is, I will be showing up here every day. So, you know that these recordings are going to be here for you. Just tune in when it's going to be a suitable, convenient time for you. We can say no to meetings, Mama. So you have to say no to meetings where you feel that it's going to be unnecessary. Maybe there's something that rather than putting it in a meeting, you could have discussed it over a chat or on an email. Again, that's happened this evening. We've had to write a summary for the event that we are designing together. We haven't met up about it. We've literally used the chat function. Somebody's put an idea in. I've gone in and sort of like expanded on that idea. The job's done. We didn't need to meet about it. If you are having a meeting, try and minimise the amount of time that you're spending in a meeting. An ideal time is about 20 minutes. You should really, again, if you're being prepared and you've made some notes beforehand, you should be able to get everything done and dusted within a 20-minute framework for your meeting. Saying no to everything that doesn't align with your highest goals is also something that we need to take account of, Mama. And I know that when you are in a caring role, it's very easy to actually bend and change and be flexible to accommodate everybody else's needs, which is great. But when you're working on your goals, so I've already done a podcast on goal setting at the beginning of my series. Once you start working on your goals, then you do need to start saying no, because when you say yes, you're actually pushing something else back. And again, I've already shared the example this evening. I decided to participate in a call, but I knew that it was going to have an impact on the time I was going to spend doing this recording, which is aligned to my highest goals. Now, delegation is really, really crucial for you to compress time, Mama. So delegate where possible. I'm so grateful that my partner is so helpful within the home. He does the shopping. He looks after the baby. He helps me with the cleaning. Obviously I do have a moan. If he was actually listening to this, he'd be like, well, she keeps nagging about this and that. But what it is we've got our life in a sense where, he can recognise the things that I could do, but he can help me out with. He's more than happy to do that. So that's the setup within the home. You can think about other examples within the office, within the team, and that type of thing. Once you start delegating, even though it might not be perfect, your time is actually freed up to concentrate on your strengths. So another example about how Mark has helped me out with shopping is I've been asking for soy sauce for about 4 weeks, and I don't know if he couldn't find it or he kept forgetting even though it was on his list. And then this evening today I've mentioned it again, and he's bought the soy sauce, and he's bought like the light sort of soy. Obviously with my health and well-being, he's probably thinking of what the light version. So what I'm saying is, was it perfect? No, it wasn't, but I was able to get on with my task rather than spending my time doing shopping, which is something that he's quite happy to do for our house. So do you structure your days, Mama? Because my days are structured. So I've got my work that I do for my employer, and then I'll spend time in the late afternoon looking at tasks for myself. And actually, before I start work for my employer, I do about half an hour of compressed activity for myself, sending out messages, just setting out a few things of actions that I need to get done later on that day. So this is really good, particularly when you've got a lot of task-based activities to do. If you know that a task is going to take less than 5 minutes, then you might as well do it now, Mama. If it's going to take more than 5 minutes, then actually just structure it into your day. So fit it around your calendar, fit it around your other commitments. But I really love that, and I've been applying this. And again, some of these smaller things that actually make a big difference, I've just got them done as soon as things have come in my mind, or I've made a quick note of it, and when I've got that 5 minutes, I've just got them done. So, going back to the beginning of your day and your daily routine, the first hour of your day is going to set up how you're going to feel and function for the rest of the day, because it's all about mindset, mama. So, you heard me talk, if you listen to the recording about journaling, I had a glitch of journaling in February, which is not like me because I've been doing journaling consistently for many years. And what I found actually coming back into my flow of journaling, even in the last 5-6 days, the feeling that I have, the